The early 20th century was a time of intense experimentation among artists, writers, and psychologists who were attempting to break through old forms in search of new ways to explore and depict inner experience. Clear demarcations among literature, art, and psychology had not yet been set. Writers and artists borrowed from psychologists and vice versa. In the Red Book, Sonu Shamdasani points out that it was within this cultural context, prior to the time when psychology was divided from literature, that Jung undertook his self-experimentation that resulted in Liber Novus. That's Jung's original title for the Red Book. He states that Liber Novus was a work of psychology in literary form, and that this work could have emerged only before this divide between psychology and literature had been firmly established. We are, of course, on the other side of this divide that separates psychology from literature and the creative arts. Today, we will consider the impact of this divide on the symbolic function of making and viewing art, along with the historical and cultural trajectory that informed this divide. My motivation in addressing this topic is inspired by my work with artists in analysis and the difficulty they often face in consciously engaging the symbolic significance of their creative work. They often resist viewing their work through a psychological lens, not because they fear the revelation of psychopathologies unconsciously embedded in the work, but rather to protect the seriousness of their artistic pursuit by keeping it separate from any psychological usefulness.